Hi traders and welcome to the daily recap show for yesterday's US session, which was Wednesday the 22nd of June. So start with the S&P. We said that we had initial resistance at 3715 to 3725, and if we saw a sustained break above there, we had main resistance today at 3776 to 3786. So let's go and have a look at the S&P yesterday. Okay, so as you can see, we got this impulsive push through that 37.15.25 initial resistance zone on the open. There were a couple of entries in this area here for continuations, but very aggressive, and against the trend at the moment, I would have wanted something a little less aggressive than that myself. But if you had managed to get long on this sort of break up here, you can see we quickly moved up towards that 37.76 to 86. So potential for a really nice risk to reward trade above that zone to target that 37.76 to 37.86. From there, we didn't really see any reversals from that area, and as you can see, the price action was actually very, very choppy around this zone, so not as clean as I would have expected. We got the initial push up, back through, back up, back down. It just really was, I mean, actually, once you got this sort of action here, once you saw this push down here, this signal here would have been a good one to take down, to break down, but it didn't actually break down and then pushed higher. So you can just see that the price action was very, very choppy around that zone for the rest of the session, much less clean than I would have expected. So a nice opportunity on the open to try and get long for that zone, but other than that, just quite a choppy day's worth of action there on the S&P. So let's go and have a look at the Dow. So on the Dow, a little bit similar to the S&P, we said if we saw sustained breaks above the initial resistance at 301.75 to 302.35, we could look for reversals at the main resistance, which was 306.30 to 306.90. So let's go and have a look at the Dow action from yesterday. Okay, so as you can see, very similar to the S&P. Again, you got the initial push up on the open to break above that initial resistance zone that we mentioned at 301.75 to 302.35. We did actually, so if, again, just this pattern here, you can see we got the push up and then a really strong push down. Now, if that had broken down, that potentially was a shorting opportunity because we had the liquidity grab above the zone, it was at initial resistance, and it was with the overall trend. So that was potentially an opportunity to short, but we never broke down, you can see, and then we pushed higher. So we then gained the acceptance above the zone, and we got another really nice pattern here for that push higher to go up into that resistance zone at 306.30 to 306.90. So we said that we could look for resistance at this main resistance. There wasn't really too much. I mean, these patterns here are potential reversals. They're not reversals that I particularly trade. This one here probably is the closest thing to a reversal that I would actually trade myself. And as you can see, that would probably have got enough room to get one-to-one and manage the risk, but certainly would not have hit sort of full targets on any downside targets. So that would have probably been a break-even trade. We then, a bit like the S&P, we got a little bit choppy towards the end of the session, and yeah, so nothing really too much there to trade on the Dow either. For around that zone, nothing really clear and obvious. But if you had managed to trade this as if you had found a reversal as per your plan in this area, there was a couple of opportunities certainly to make trades risk free, but we never got any sort of like real deep sell off that you can sometimes expect from these main resistance zones. So some good opportunities on both the markets for longs breaking above initial resistance. Especially on the Dow, and yeah, a bit more choppy action once we got into the session around those resistance zones. So I hope you found this report useful, this recap useful. If you are not already, please come join the Keystone Traders community by clicking on the link in the YouTube box. Let me know what you think of these reports and recaps by commenting. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel, and as I say, come join the Keystone Traders community to get these reports, and also discuss these reports with other traders that are part of the community already. So I hope you're having a great week, and I'll speak to you soon. Cheers.